Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. Defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success in both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment, like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Yeah, those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
They made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught over the middle. It's Best. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Might as well give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw it. Going up top. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Georgia, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Purdue. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll ride his man on the option. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete downfield. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he could not get loose on the run.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the gate going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Gators are on the move. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He wants to throw it again. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
The give to the tailback. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Florida! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback checking off. On second down, wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And they got him for the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Nice move to pick up yardage. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Ingram. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
After that last completion, it's second down. On the ground, it's Ingram. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On fourth down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Eastern Michigan is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over North Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Got a lot of running room. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Fires to the big fella. Runs through a tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Ingram. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the right. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCormick. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Georgia 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Flip. Check.
They go to the ground. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. On the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. charges ahead. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The official has offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Finds his big tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And ball security is job security. You give the ball to your running back. You give the ball to your playmaker. You expect him to take care of the football, especially in these situations. All we're trying to do is run clock. Get that thing. Get out of here. We got the lead by 2 possessions. Trying to find a way not to do what we just did. That's a horrible turnover there.
To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll run play action. Moving out of the pocket. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Looking to throw it again. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
What a great job. That route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Moving away from pressure. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators will send out the punt unit.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads it left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They'll go empty and 5 wide on second and 13. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the comeback is on.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for 2 here. He's looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or 2. They're on it, and they get it back.
Bro, fuck this game.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He's taking the deep shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up a second down pass play. Here's a throw downfield late. Brings it down on the right side. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.